Hey guys, this is Peter. Hope you're having a good morning, afternoon. I'm not sure exactly where everyone lives or what time zone they're in, but if you would just bear with me, I just wanted to make you guys like a quick little screencast. I'm not trying to come down on anybody or anything like that by any means, but I'm noticing a lot of things across the board that will not be sufficient as far as getting this stuff turned in and me being able to pass it through. Just a little bit of background on me, guys. I have, I'm good friends with Devin. I've been editing a lot of his documents for, the better part of the past year or so. So I'm no stranger to doing this stuff myself too, guys. I'm right there with you. I have been. I'm still doing these myself too. So I just want to kind of get everyone on the same page and show you guys some things that are common across the board. It's not just one person doing, so I'm not like calling anyone out in particular, but I'm seeing everywhere basically. And I don't, because I haven't worked with you guys, like I don't know if it's stuff that you guys have, you as the editor have like made a habit of changing and thought it was okay, or if it's stuff that the writer was just leaving and because it looks kind of like okay that it's not being corrected. But the last thing I want, like when if I have to make comments on a document and send it back to you guys, I don't want there to be like any confusion. I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from, so you know what doesn't work and how you guys can correct it and stuff like that. So um hopefully that kind of, helps set the tone and give you guys an understanding from where I'm coming from. I don't want to be that guy that's like having to always send stuff back, and I don't want to have to send it back multiple times. I want you guys to be able to like come to me, send this stuff to me, and me pass it through. Everybody get paid one time, and that be the end of it. We just streamline this process and make it as smooth as possible. So, for everyone that's involved, basically. So I'll get right into it. These are the basic things that we're gonna be looking for, that I'll be leaving comments on. And again, I know it's kind of a lot of things to look for, and when it comes to, the quality of the content, us as editors, we don't really have a lot of control over that. Again, I work with Devin, like I will always be, we'll always be doing what we can to get the best quality content and possible. But if the quality isn't there, some of these documents, we may have to work on all of these things and correct all of these things, multiple times, right? So it's very, very important that each of these things is being applied, and it's not like, if I, for the sake of getting things up to speed and us getting familiar with each other, guys, just so you know, like if I leave a couple comments on a document, that needs to be applied not just for the highlighted areas, but look through the entire document, each line, each page, each heading, each keyword, literally the entire document, and look for trends, right? Like areas that look like what I highlighted, because I'm not just sending it, so you guys can like correct the highlighted areas. That there's those kind of mistakes are like throughout the entire document. So I'm not saying that you did that, but that they need to be replaced, right? Because I don't, again, touching back on what I was saying before, I don't want to have to send this stuff back to you guys multiple times. If I comment a couple areas, those are themes that are incorrect throughout the entire document. So that's what we have to be looking out for, okay? So main thing are keyword usage being wrong, and I'll show you a handful of examples of what is still wrong and how you can correct them. Capitalization, the main things here is going to be like company names not being capitalized, city or state acronyms not being capitalized, like TX, NY, like those have to be capitalized, and especially if the keyword is in the company name, that has to be capitalized as well. Punctuation, this is a big thing, is like a lot of these writers will use like semicolons and colons and dashes in the middle of sentences, and like that you don't see that if you were to go read like a news article or something that's written here in the States, right? So that's all big stuff that's real common. We have to keep an eye out for run-on sentences not having commas, like, before their conjunctions, like and, but, or, stuff like that. And I'm not an expert on this stuff, guys, either. Like I don't have like college education. I'm not like an English major, but there's a lot of stuff that's pretty blatant that we just got to keep an eye out for. This is another big thing too. After sentences or in between sentences, after keywords, because they like copy and paste it in there or whatever, there's a lot of double spacing. We have to be like clearing and making everything single space. We don't want double spacing after periods to start a new sentence. Everything is single spacing. It just looks uniform and neat. This is another thing too, incomplete or run-on sentences. And when I say incomplete sentences, like you can tell the writer was like trying to say a phrase, but it's missing like a couple words to make that phrase like tie back into the sentence or something. And I'll try and find examples to show you what I'm talking about here. Or a run-on sentence, again, sometimes they'll, it's like they have like good points they're trying to get across, but it could be broken down into two sentences, or it comes back to like punctuation. It's missing like an and a comma or something like that. Okay. This is and this is a huge thing too, guys. Again, like not necessarily these specific things, but overall, the entire document has to be phrased and worded in a way that sounds native English speaking, right? This is really important, and I'll show examples of each of these. Do my best to pick out some examples of each of these. But aside from that too, like direct examples already are like when you see words that are spelled like color, like with O-U-R instead of O-R, a theater with an R-E instead of E-R, things like that. Those are big deals. They're easy to slip through, but this is why it's important to read through like the documents line by line, word for word. You can obviously skim over it, but if you notice in the beginning that, hey, this writer like looks like it was like roughly translated or something like that, like we us as editors, like we have to step in and fix any areas throughout the entire document that have these tones where it sounds like they weren't written by a native English speaker. This is a big thing too. And I was taught, from what I remember, I was taught that keywords can't be used any more than 3 times, period. The only exception is if the company name has a keyword in it, right? So, I know Devin said that, I guess he told me when I was trying to get an idea of like what we needed to fix and what was okay, is that he was kind of letting some of these go through, um for like a fourth time. i'm a, I'll pass these documents that we have right now where certain keywords are used 4 times, but moving forward, guys, we really need to get in the habit of removing if the writer didn't do it themselves. A lot of times we're fortunate enough where they only use a keyword 2 or 3 times, but there are a bunch of documents in this pile that we're trying to get sorted right now that do have a fourth time, and it's stuffing, right? Like it kind of breaks Google's algorithm and makes this work. It's like we're stuffing. It looks spammy. It just doesn't look legit. Again, we don't have to be like grand English professor masters when we're writing this stuff, but when it's used more than a fourth time, like having 15 keywords for a homepage that has 1,500 words, using it 3 times each already looks like a ton, right? So it's really stuffing. It's gonna ultimately shoot the owner of this content in the foot later on, and it's gonna hurt them ranking wise, and it just doesn't look bad. So that's moving forward. We want to keep an emphasis on keywords not being used more than 3 times, but that's something that the writers aren't supposed to, it's not supposed to get back to us in the first place to edit if the writers used it more than 3 times already. But if it has, if it does make it through, that's something we need to put an emphasis on. And then this is another one too, guys. When a keyword is used twice in the same sentence, nine, I would step on a limb and say 9.5 times out of 10, this isn't gonna fly simply because it's got a city and state name in it. So if you have a keyword with a city and state in it twice, it just like when you read it back, it looks spammy. It just doesn't flow. Okay. So I know I kind of rambled there. I didn't have like a baseline or structure for how I wanted to make this video, but I just want you guys to get an idea of where I'm coming from when you see these notes for what things need to be capitalized, or what things need to be corrected, excuse me. So the doc, I'm just gonna jump. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna jump into Epoxy Outlaw Orlando. I believe this is one Christian said that she had done last night. So, um, see, like so obviously the one of the things we talked about, capitalization. Each heading needs to be capitalized, and it doesn't the whole thing doesn't need to be in caps, but just first letter of each word. Obviously we don't need to. I think it's like and of don't need to be capitalized, but see like so okay, so this one, right? I commented keyword usage wrong. So one thing I've noticed for a lot of these keywords I'm seeing is like our native epoxy Orlando team of professionals. If it's got Orlando in it or a city, state, doesn't matter. If the city, state is at the end, we can't say team like our native epoxy Orlando team of professionals. Like that is just a that doesn't make sense. Like you can kind of understand it, but the way that it when you read that word for word, our native epoxy Orlando team of professionals. Like if it was just our native team of professionals or our local team of professionals, we could fit something in there. So how I would rewrite this to make it work, and what's cool about this is once you have these phrases down, you can just kind of plug them in for each keyword. It's like you notice, oh, this doesn't work. Boom, I have this phrasing that I can, manipulate in a couple different ways, but it can be applied to each keyword, so it works. And once you have those memorized, you just kind of plug in. It makes it easier to like reword how the sentences are written to make the keyword fit. So I'm gonna delete this comment so it's easier to see. Um, so let's see. So let's see. We are a so take this keyword out, copy it, delete it. We are a team of professionals that offers floor installation, polishing, and concrete grinding services. Um, I'd say all across instead of Orlando, say Florida because the keyword has Orlando in it. Florida. Let's see. We are a team of professionals that offers floor installation, polishing, and concrete grinding services all across Florida and strive to provide. Bam. Well, this is okay. Kind of epoxy. Orlando residents can count on. See, like I said, the kind of like epoxy because it's like it's alluding to like you like a quality job. If it's like because epoxy is like a product and not exactly like a service or something. Hopefully this is making sense. Like I'll go down and keep going. See, like we offer services like driveway repair. Orlando homeowners boast of. See, that's beautiful. That reads perfect. We are a full service flooring company that provides a variety of services when it comes to the floor of your residential or commercial property. In addition, we offer services like driveway repair. Orlando homeowners boast of concrete grinding, polishing, and overlay services. We are also one of the best contractors for commercial epoxy floor coating. Orlando business owners swear by. See, so this is one of those things that's like a little iffy for me. It's like we are the best contractors for or the we provide services in that I've seen a lot, right? Like and this is another thing too. See that so this heading works good, but sentences like these and this one, they don't work, okay? So I'll show you what I would do to fix them. The reason they don't work is because we contact us today to acquire one of our exclusive commercial epoxy floor coating and then it's Orlando based services. That's like a hard transition to contact us today to acquire one of our exclusive commercial epoxy floor coating. break Orlando-based services. Like that, those don't flow, right? You can't like base services, base Orlando services, Orlando team. Those kind of words don't work at the end of these keywords. When we provide highly reliable services for concrete polishing, Orlando residents always choose. And that's beautiful. Um, if you're, but see, what I would say is like something like this. If you are searching for a commercial epoxy floor coating, Orlando families can brag about something like that, right? Call or email Epoxy Outlaw Orlando today. You can tell I'm kind of dyslexic when I type, so this is obviously like something that takes me a lot of time too, guys. Again, I do this with you, but um, see how. So let me see. 1 second. I'm like really OCD about this stuff. First, we'll carry out the necessary repairs and then go forward with see. And then this is like what I mean when I say non-English speaking. Like people would say like move forward. First, we will carry out the necessary repairs and then move forward with installing the epoxy floor in your home or office. See that then go forward, to like move forward sounds so much better. So that when I say like non-English speaking, I'll do better to highlight whole paragraphs, but that's you know what I mean. Little stuff like that, even like it needs to be caught. Okay. But if you are searching for a commercial epoxy floor coating Orlando families can brag about, call or email Epoxy Orlando, Outlaw Orlando today to learn more. See, that works, right? Nothing crazy, but it flows. That's the biggest thing is we're looking for flowy. And that when I'm saying this, guys, too, like when I'm putting these notes, I know it's just like in big bold keyword usage wrong. Let me be frank. For someone who's edited a bunch of these articles myself, I understand like how annoying and how like frustrating and tedious it is to like, oh, we have to make sentences work for these keywords like what feels like a million times per article. Like I know it's like, oh, if you're searching for a commercial epoxy floor coating Orlando families can brag about or residents can count on or businesses trust. Like that's what I was saying earlier. It's like it is annoying, but once you have like just a handful of these phrases memorized in your mind, you can use them all over and over and over and over again. So it kind of makes like making these sentences flow a lot easier. Okay. Give me 1 second. So we provide highly reliable services for we did that one. See, like this is another one that doesn't work because it says Orlando-based services after the keyword. It, yeah, give me 1 second. Let me delete this so it's easier to see it. I guess that was the wrong one. Being a leader in the epoxy flooring service, I'll just take service out. 'Cause we know the tips and tricks that help us offer our being a leader in the epoxy flooring industry. We know veteran tips and tricks that help us offer our services beyond expectations. help us offer and see, I know some of these aren't like necessarily easy, guys. It does take some, like some finesse, if you will. You gotta like finagle them and work with them a little bit, but it is what is required. Let's see. Being a leader in the epoxy flooring industry, we know veteran tips and tricks that can help us offer our concrete polishing Orlando property owners speak so highly of. Being a leader in the epoxy flooring industry, we know veteran tips and tricks that help us offer our concrete polishing Orlando property owners speak so highly of. See this one now. Being see, so now like I kind of made this not make sense because it says that help us offer our being a leader in the epoxy flooring industry, we know veteran tips and tricks and are proud to offer. Yeah, because it like the way it stands, it's like you have to put phrasing after speak so highly of to make it like a complete sentence, or it just sounds like you started to say something about something but then didn't finish saying what you wanted to say, if that makes any sense. Being a leader in the epoxy flooring industry, we know veteran tips and tricks and are proud to offer our concrete polishing Orlando property owners speak so highly of. With the help of extensive expertise, our professionals are all able to deliver services to satisfy the unique needs of our clients. See how that flows so much better now than it did, like so much better now than it did before? Right? That's what so when I a lot of like the keyword usage wrong comments, that's what we're looking for. 'Cause it just sticks out like a sore thumb. We offer our concrete driveway repair Orlando-based services at fair prices so that the broken concrete is restored. We offer our concrete driveway repair. See, so right here, I would take this keyword out. We offer our services at fair prices so that the broken concrete is restored. And what was the keyword? Read it back to make sure that makes sense. We offer our services at fair prices so that you receive the most efficient concrete driveway repair, let's say the most cost effective. See, look, now cracking is one of the most common concrete problems that people notice. If you ever see the same with the floors of your driveway, call us for driveway flooring specialist. See, I'm glad I read the sentence before the keyword sentence, because see that already is just like call us for driveway flooring service specialist. That doesn't make sense, right? Like, and I'm not picking on you, Christian. I like you. This document was turned in, so I happen to notice it, right? But this is like that's like an incomplete phrase or sentence. We need to just add a couple words so that that makes sense and flows better. If you ever see the same, if you ever see the same with the floors of your driveway, immediately immediately call us. Receive the help of our driveway flooring specialist. See, now that works. I left a double space there. See now, okay. Cracking is one of the most common concrete problems that people notice. If you ever see the same with the floors of your driveway, immediately call us to receive the help of our enlist the help of our driveway flooring specialist. We offer our services at fair prices so that you receive the most cost-effective concrete driveway repair Orlando homeowners have ever experienced. Even if the concrete in your driveway is badly stained or completely cracked, our pref and see how with their expertise, our professionals can get the concrete fixed. And see, this is like this needs additional phrasing. Can get the concrete fixed. Period. Like that just sounds weird, right? Even if our professionals can get the concrete fixed quickly and safely, or I don't know, right? Quickly and safely, bam. We also provide driveway resurfacing Orlando homeowners appreciate at cost-effective rates. See, and that like I would say maybe competitive just because I put cost-effective in earlier. All you need to do is reach out to our driveway resurfacing Orlando-based team. See, like this still doesn't work. Excuse me. Um, all you need to do is reach out to our driveway resurfacing Orlando-based team. Let's see. All you need to do is reach out to our driveway resurfacing Orlando. But see, this is like it's like throwing me for a loop because it's such a mumble of words. Let's see. Okay, bam. So we take this out. So this is like a cluster mumble, right? So all you need to do is reach out to our team at the earliest convenience possible. All you need to do is reach out to our team at the earliest convenience possible. I can't spell. See, okay, so that's like a lot, but now that kind of works, right? All you need to do is reach out to our team at the earliest convenience possible, and we will schedule an appropriate time. Let's see, reach out to our team. I mean, schedule an appropriate time for our team to provide you with the kind of driveway resurfacing Orlando homeowners can enjoy for years to come. It's a bit of a mouthful, but that's like, see, that I don't even remember what it what it said before, but that kind of flows. I know it's a lot. I know a lot of these sentences need a lot of work, guys, but that's what we have on our plates. That's what we got to do. I know that this is already a 30-minute video. Um, I'm gonna cut it off here and post this, but that's the main thing that we're looking for, guys, is the two things I want to harp on most, like capitalization and like all that stuff, punctuation. We'll get there with that, but the main emphasis, because it's what there is the most of, is these keyword phrasings, right? We have to be looking out for these areas where they're not done correctly, and they have to be corrected moving forward, right? Because I don't want to be sending this stuff back to you guys a million times, and it's not efficient for me to have to go through and highlight. If each of these keywords is given to us and they're not like written correctly originally, then that's just what we have for that article. We have to go through each line of each article, correct each keyword, each sentence, and stuff like that, guys. So, yeah, I'm gonna get this over to you, and hopefully this helps. Again, please, don't no, I don't want anybody to take this personal. This is just me letting you guys know where I'm coming from, and what is going to be sufficient and what's not, to avoid there being any confusion, and stuff like that. So if anybody has any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me directly through GroupMe. I'm happy to work with you guys one on one a little bit more, for like the next couple articles you get and stuff like that, just so you guys all have like my individual attention, and everybody's on the same page. Okay. All right. Appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.